Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the partial solar eclipse in Leo during the new moon, August 11th, 2018. I'm going to look into my crystal and give you predictions and messages from my spirit guides for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So let's see what beginnings and endings come up with this partial solar eclipse in Leo. The first element I'm going to look into is Earth. Some of you Earth signs are going to have an overblown reaction or have exaggerated emotions and feelings about things during this partial solar eclipse. Some of you Earth signs are going to begin to train your mind or educate yourself about something new. You could be going back to school, you could be doing online training, you could be buying books or researching online on your own, but I see you educating your mind or training your mind. It could be through traditional school and classes, or, like I said, on your own. I see some of you Earth signs also feeling really drained and exhausted. Sorry, I don't know what my voice is doing. Drained and exhausted from the energies of this partial solar eclipse in Leo. Some of you Earth signs are going to be very agitated. You're going to say what you want to say, and you're going to want to do what you want to do, and you're going to want people to toe the line. And I see you being very persistent, dogmatic, and really things have to go this way. You're going to be insistent. If you're normally a passive Earth sign, you're I go with the flow. If it doesn't go my way, I'm okay with it. I don't see you being that way from the energy of this eclipse. And if you're already kind of persistent or insistent about having your own way, you're just going to feel that way even more. Some of you Earth signs are going to feel like you want to stand up for something, stand up for somebody's rights. You might even want to go stand up in court and give a testimony on somebody's behalf, or you may want to protest something, either online, on YouTube in a video you could make, or joining a rally of some sort, because I get wanting to protest something. It could even be in your own place of employment. Maybe some of you are going to go out on strike, or you're going to go talk to bosses and say, this isn't right, what you're doing, this needs to change. But protesting comes up for some of you. I do see some of you being very covert, where you might be kind of weaving around some situations or some people, or keeping some things on the down low and keeping things secret and hidden that you don't want other people to know. And this could be maybe you don't want your bosses to know it, or your spouse to know it, or your boyfriend or girlfriend to know it, or maybe it's just you got some things cooking and you're until it's settled and I know exactly what I'm doing, I'm not releasing the news yet. It could be anything, but I get some of you weaving around, keeping things secret. You don't want certain things to come out, or maybe you're concerned about things coming out because eclipses can shine light on things and make things come out. So maybe you're concerned about it. But I see some of you maneuvering around in secret about some things. Something you've coveted and wanted, or something you've really wished for to have some kind of attainment, you achieve it. Now, it could be a coveted job. It could be a coveted property, a coveted item of some sort. Whatever it is you've kind of worshipped, idolized, looked at from afar, wanted really strongly, you get some kind of attainment Some of you earth signs are attaining something that was coveted to you. Could even be a person. Maybe you were in love with somebody from afar and finally you took the chance and wanted to get together with them, and something happens in that regard. So now I'm going to look into the water signs. This would be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. Some of you water signs may feel like you're wiped out or fresh out of ideas. And maybe you need ideas for your job, or you're writing a book, or you are making films, or you're doing something where you need to have some kind of new and fresh ideas, and maybe you feel like you're out of fresh ideas at the time this eclipse is happening. Some of you water signs. Some of you water signs are going to feel like something about your life has gotten stagnant and you want there to be change. So either you feel like your whole life is stagnant, or an area, maybe you feel like your love life's stagnant or your job is stagnant, and that in some way you would like there to be some kind of change. Some of you are also going to branch out and start socializing more. I do see that. And for some of you, I see money. Hold on. Like, some of you may feel around the time of the eclipse, doesn't mean it's going to stay this way. Could just be something happening at the time. You may be like scrimping and saving, or like really counting your pennies, or really watching your spending, or, budgeting your money. Like, some of you water signs are going to be doing that kind of activity. Some of you water signs may feel like you're wishing you had more to do. Maybe you feel like your job's not busy enough, or maybe you're on vacation at the time of the eclipse and you feel like the vacation, you wish you had more to do. Wishing you had more to do comes up for some of you water signs. Some of you water signs are going to really be sticking your neck out for somebody. And that could be like, going to bat for them, or giving somebody money, giving them a loan, or giving them money, or helping them out. Maybe you're going to take care of somebody's kids for them while, this person has to go do something or travel or take a trip. Maybe you're going to watch their pets or house sit, or like, I see you going out of your way to be helpful to someone. Some of you water signs may feel a little bit angry that something recently didn't go as planned, which could cause you to feel like you have to redo something. Now, Mercury is in retrograde at the time of this eclipse, and also Mars is retrograde, as other planets are also in retrograde at the time of this eclipse. So that could have something also to do with the feelings. I get some of you water signs feeling that way. I do see some of you water signs changing your diet and exercise programs, or getting on one and becoming like a whole new start. And you may be very concerned about your diet, your health, your exercise, what you're eating or not eating, and what's in food, and not eating GMOs and all of that. Like, I see you really tuning into that for some of you water signs. So now I'm going to look into fire signs, the element of fire, which would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Some of you fire signs are going to feel concerned about money, wanting to have more money, or feeling like you need more money. Almost like maybe your bills are getting too high, or your savings account has gotten drained, or like maybe there's something in particular you want to do and you feel like, I don't have enough money to afford to do that, so I want more money. Some of you fire signs, your creativity is really going to be drawn up and driven up. And I see you getting really creative and figuring out how to make or do something. And like, I get creative energy. If you have artistic capabilities and abilities, I feel you're going to start to, and it doesn't even have to be painting or woodworking or building something. It could even be like being creative in a website, or being creative with something you're writing, or some business that you're going to create, a new business or a new healing technique. I just see your creativity for some of you fire signs are really going to be kicking up from this eclipse. Some of you fire signs are going to feel like you have 100 million things you have to do and not enough time to do it. I see you feeling that way. I feel that some of you fire signs are really going to feel at the time of the eclipse like practicality has taken its toll and there's not enough fun time happening. Like you may feel like, oh, everything I do, it's always work or it's drudgery or I have too many responsibilities or tasks and too much like mundane things to do and there's not enough fun happening in my life. Some of you fire sign people may have that feeling at the time, around the time of the eclipse. Some of you fire signs are really going to start to be annoyed by and see roadblocks and stumbling blocks that have been created for you by other people. That other people have created delays and stumbling blocks and hurdles and all that other people are creating that for you. And if you didn't notice it before, you're going to really notice it now. And if you did notice it before, it's really going to aggravate you now, or both. Like you could be aggravated by this. Some of you may single out someone to talk to. It could be on a dating site. It could be to do with hiring them for a job or singling them out in some way. But it feels more to me like you have some direct intent about somebody. It may even be like, hey, maybe you heard there's a really great accountant or a really great lawyer or a really great headhunter for jobs or a really great agent, and that you're going to hunt them down very specifically to talk to them, engage with them. But for some of you, it's love. It's somebody you're interested in romantically speaking. Some of you fire signs are going to feel like finally things are going to start working out and falling into place if your life has felt like blah, 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 all over the place, like a cart with a wobbly wheel and these wheels are falling off your cart. But I really don't feel like you're going to feel this way in August, like things are finally falling into place. I feel like that feeling is in September and for some of you October. So keep that in mind. So now I'm going to look into the air signs. This would be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs may feel like you're experiencing stagnation, burnout, and you want something to be revived. Either you want to be revived to just for your everyday life and living, or you want your love life to be revived, or you want your work life to be revived, or all of it revived. Another element got stagnation too, so you're getting it there too. Some of you air signs may feel like your emotions are overwrought, and you may be feeling like you're having a difficult time with dealing with your emotions around the time the eclipse is happening in August. Some of you are also going to go through a lot of sentimentality, where you may be longing for a lost and past love, or a pet that's gone, or or family members that have crossed over to the other side, and or you know, a love that you had long ago when you were your first love, but you've got some kind of like big sentimentality kicking up for some of you air signs with this partial solar eclipse in Leo. Some of you may find that you find your true love or your true partner or your true match. Whether it's long-term forever or just for a brief period of time. I don't know, it will be different. It will be different for all of you. But some of you air signs are going to experience that with this partial solar eclipse in Leo. You know, some of you air signs are going to have a boost of figuring out how to solve some tricky problems that have been plaguing you for a while. So if you've had tricky things with some issue with your work or something at your home or something with your family or something in your personal life with your friends or a love partner to you, you're going to it's like you get the solutions. You're going to figure out ways to solve problems that have been plaguing you. Some of you air signs are going to put something into motion. Now, for some of you, it's a legal case. You're filing a motion to get something going legally. For some of you, it could be also a business that you were working on and you wanted to get started, and you've been gathering up steam and you're getting ready to launch it. And that's what you're getting in motion. It could also be anything to do with documents, legal papers, or paperwork that would have to do with buying or selling anything. It's something important that some of you air signs are going to be getting in motion. Some of you do get some kind of closure or ending here, some of you air signs, but I'm just not sure what the closure or ending is. It seems mainly to me like if you felt alone, isolated, lost, or confused, any one of those or all of them, it comes to a close for you from this eclipse. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting the special videos I recorded specifically about this partial solar eclipse in Leo, where I pulled 3 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, 3 cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, and used the crystal. The first 3 cards are going to be what's ending in your life for your zodiac sign from this partial solar eclipse. The other 3 cards will be what is beginning from this partial solar eclipse in Leo, and then I'm going to wrap it up by looking into the crystal to give you an overall perspective. You can access those videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the August 2018 Eclipse Endings and Beginnings Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac, available for download and purchase. Now, if this video is on and you go to look under this video and they are not available, it may be because they're not fully recorded or edited yet, but the link will be added there at some point and will also be available on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see the heading. Probably it's going to be the very top video series listed on that videos page. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. The other link that's also below this video, if you're interested, is for the psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase for this month of August 2018 that I do every month for each sign of the zodiac. And you just click on that link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to those videos for download and purchase on Vimeo, or you can also get them on my website, and they will probably be the very series of videos listed right underneath those August partial solar eclipse videos about what's coming up, beginnings and endings for you for this partial solar eclipse. That you just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo for the psychic crystal reading. So I totally really feel like everything is going to change for so many people, so many signs. A lot of doors are going to be opening that were shut before. I do believe that. I feel you're going to see, for many of you, in September, October, and November, maybe even in December, a lot of things that had seemed like roadblocks, stumbling blocks, stagnation, closed doors, no movement, lack of change. I feel like the windows are getting open, the fresh air is going to come in, doors are going to start opening, and change is going to start happening for all of you. So I wish you all all the signs of the zodiac out there, many blessings and peace.